Okay, we are back in business. I apologize about that. We're catching the qualifying session with the one and only qualifying session of the entire series. Um so this new league that we have here in partnership with Box 3 and 949 Sim Racing is a very exciting one. We have one qualifying session here at COTA, and race one is going to be based off of that qualifying session. Then we have reverse grid race two. So it's going to be really exciting. A grid of 42 people are going to be reversed. And then what'll happen next week is we will start with the ending position of the previous week's second race. So it's just going to be crazy racing all around. And we're introducing the new American DLCs. COTA, Indy, and Watkins Glen seems to be the favorite amongst the fans. See, we have a bunch of first-time chatters here. Hello, Jay Howie, Ajax, Jorsink. Welcome, guys. Happy to have you. Hopefully the audio is coming through okay. If it's not, let me know. Too loud, too soft. Thanks, Muff. We're really excited about it. We believe we've resolved all the back-end technical stuff. So we'll see. We'll see how this all works out. Thank you. Thanks for the confirmation. I apologize. I was not planning on streaming tonight, but we had a last-minute change of plans, so was able to gather things and make it so. So yeah, how do you guys feel about the lovely long COTA? I know everyone's had some mixed reviews as we're watching Mr. Dornella's here go around the track with this blistering fast P1 time right now of 2:25. So many cars on track. This is insane. But I think it's going to make for some very, very exciting racing. I'm looking forward to it. Lots of new names here. Lots of people we're not familiar with here at Trackalicious, but very happy to see in our championship here. A little bit more of a relaxed series than a regular GT3, GT4 mixed, our GT3 Sunday championship, and our super competitive endurance championship that we have running with Box 3 and 949. So this is kind of hey guys, come on, let's run some M2s at the new tracks. And I know some people are putting down some serious sweat equity into it. As you can see, the times are blistering for the M2s: a 2:25.0, a 2:25.6, 2:25.7, 2:25.8, 2:25.9. I mean, just the top five, the spread is so small. I think it's going to be exciting to watch. Dornella's still completing this lap. He's slow on his delta. So let's go to Marzan. We've seen Marzan in our multi-class as he steps off in our multi-class races, just running some crazy times on the in the GT4s, miles ahead of everybody else. So very, very excited to see what he's got to offer for the stream today. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in qualifying. 2 minutes and 25 second lap. Marzan putting on some fresh boots and out for the race. Looking forward to really learning what these drivers have to offer, given that they're going to be going through a reverse grid. Brings out the true grit of the driver, in my opinion, having to drive all the way from the back and see what they could pull off as you go and try to pass each individual driver, starting with the highest difficulty person right ahead of you, and then hopefully easier and easier as you get going. But it's going to be interesting how it plays out. It, I can't tell you how excited I am about this. And honestly, the only thing that makes me more excited than an M2 Reverse Grid Championship is our spouse swap coming in on Thursday, which just, I mean, getting our significant others or friends or moms, dads, kids hopping on the sim rig with us is going to be really exciting. I'm looking forward to it. So I think we have 20 teams signed up for our swap race this Thursday. Again, super fun, relaxed race we're running, and we run it every Thursday of our endurance week, which we have off from our regular championship. So that's another exciting one coming this Thursday. Hopefully, you guys will tune in for it. Looks like we had a bunch of people follow us in our off days. Eddie991, thank you. Crabtree Motorsports, I suck at this. Jake, welcome. Ajax, thank you so much for the follow 8 days ago. Jay Hall, welcome to you as well. Seems like you guys are in chat. 3 minutes left in qualifying. Let's look at the order. Dornelas seems to have a pretty commanding lead with 6 tenths to spare. Marzan, Gonzalez, Gage coming in tracklicious usual. Ricardo Rivera, Gage's teammate, the Puerto Rican team. Raven, thank you so much for the raid. Thanks, buddy. How are you doing today? How's everyone doing? We're in for a really exciting race today. Coming in for our first race of the series, the M2 Reverse Grid Championship, or M2SDAYs as we like to call it. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much for hopping in. Raven, how was your stream today? We're just finishing up our one and only qualifying session of the series. So for those of you who just joined us, this is going to be the only qualifier of the entire championship. First race is going to be as per the qualifying session, and second race of the night is going to be a reverse grid race at COTA with 42 cars on track. I can't tell you how excited I am. I think this is going to be amazing. We have a lot of familiar faces, a lot of new faces, so looking forward to it. Yeah, and then how it's gonna work for the successive races. We're actually gonna be running the final standings of the second race of the previous week as the standing positions of the first race of the next week. So it's gonna be crazy. Awesome. Ferrari at Watkins Glen. I hear that is a fan favorite, Watkins. Really fun. Tried it a bunch myself. Finally got myself in the 45s, I think. So I was pretty excited about that. So how are your lap times? What are they looking like, I should say. Oh yeah, I keep saying this when I get a chance, and amongst our own Twitch friends and Discord friends, between 949 and Box and a whole bunch of others. I just love the community. I think it's like none other. Just so many friendly faces, so welcoming. The coordination between the servers, the admins, just people on Twitch has been amazing. So one of the things I really appreciated. So really glad to have you guys here, and just greatly appreciate the raid, Raven. Glad you're here, and look forward to seeing you on Twitch. Actually, 949 is in this race. So P. Milwee in 16th place. Philip Milby, legend at 949, one of the mainstream at 949. We'll hop onto him. He is actually in this race. So if you want a first person view, if you guys are looking for something a little bit more intimate to the driver, I know Phil has been putting a couple of laps of practice. I know he was aiming for a top 10, but this is an insanely competitive grid. A lot of familiar fast guy names: Kerstetter, Gonzalez, Rivera, Padberg, and a couple of new ones coming in: Dornelles, Marzan. Actually, Marzan we know from, I think I don't know whether he's from Box or 949, but has raced with us before in our mixed series. So yeah, I appreciate you picking us, and maybe next time we could send it off to 949. But glad to have you all here. You can walk through the track a little bit, and let's see who's out there still putting down some laps. Dornelles looks like he's 5/10 up on a lap that he's already 3/10 ahead of everybody else. So this person is looking insanely fast, and is going to be really interesting to see him not only in the first race but also in the second one. So good job, Dornelles, looking rapid out there. Raven, I'll be honest with you, I was at a 47, something like pretty close to you yesterday or day before. And then within 2 or 3 races, found some magic and some braveness and balls, and managed to get it down to a low 46 and then a 45. So doesn't sound like you're too far away getting there. Right, look at this crazy grid here. Just gonna do a little fly view. Wow, that's a lot of cars. Lots and lots of cars. So we're in max wait time as the last couple of cars. I believe 14 is Mustachero trying to put down some lap times. In 18th place, not a usual spot for Andres. Usually higher up in the standings, but I know that he hasn't put down any practice, and we all know COTA is quite challenging, not only to get a valid lap, but to get a good valid lap at that, with 20 corners to go through. It's a lot. It's a lot. So looks like Andres is still going through this. It's going to be the last one on track. I'm not sure if it's a valid one. Looks like it could be. So let's stick with him here and maybe hop into the car with him. Oh no, looks like it's ended, and I think he's just trying to take advantage of what little time he has left to get as much practice as he can, being so competitive. So we have 41 cars on grid. Let's fly through and see who we have. Hey Huff, what's up? How's it going? Huff, I thought you were gonna be in this race. What's going on? All right, let's walk through here. We have, starting at pole position. I apologize, I don't know everybody's names here, and I hope to learn them through the weeks. But we have Dornelles, new guy here in pole position. Great job. Going to second place, Ricardo Rivera, and the lovely livery that they're rocking here. Pay a little attention to the Trackalicious logo there. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for adding that on there. Love it. Third place, Marzan, teammate of Rivera. Fourth place, Padberg, putting in some sweat equity and getting his times up. Gage Gonzalez, fifth. Gonna go through these a little bit faster. Mr. Smith in sixth. Kerstetter, seventh. Go up a little bit here. Raza, eighth. Landry, ninth. Super fast guy. I know he's going to be working hard to get himself forward. Cares in 10th. Kostovich, 11th. Miller, 12th. Tracy, 13th from box. Burkhoff, 14th. Gotta switch the roll here a little bit farther down the list, as we have so many cars I actually have to scroll. We have K. Smith in 15th with number 357. Colin, 16th. Milwy, 949 legend Philip Milwy, aka Whelp Cakes, in 17th position. Mastachero in 18th. I'm Not Jimmy in 19th. Sapien in 20th. Lacany, Mir, aka Spool for the fans out there, 21st. Versosa, the Brazilian, running the wrong flag. A little too German for my taste, Mr. Dan. Need a little bit more blue, yellow, and green. In 22nd. Bellinger, 23rd. Andy Oak, another Brazilian out there, 720 and 24th. Fallon, 25th. Beachley, 26th in the Meowcat BMW. Cullen and another Cullen. L. Cullen, 27th. Chronotis in 28th. Retro Coffin, 29th. Wolf, 30th. Granzio, 31st. Felker in 32nd. Holly, 33rd. Where are we now? 410. That's Holly. Vincent, 34th. My boy Blue, 35th. Snyder, 36th. Carnes, 37th. Landry, another Landry, 38th. Reynolds in 39th. Oh, trying to get to the last little couple of guys before we get going here. Landry, Reynolds, Vega, Reed, Katina, Provolone, and Skinner at the very end there. So let's hop in. We managed to get through the entire grid. That's a lot of people. So very excited. Very, very, very excited to see how this goes. Look at how many cars we have. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah. And we actually have a couple more that were meant to join us, but as you can see, couple of late joins. We're up to 44 cars on the grid now. That's unbelievable. I can't believe. Look at the cars on the top right here. It's covering nearly a quarter of the entire track. That is nuts. I think we're gonna have an incredible race for you guys tonight. Incredible races for you guys tonight. I apologize. I don't think I'm going to be able to cover everything, but I will do my best to get things for you guys here. Very excited. Welcome again. Thank you all for sticking around. And if you're interested, registrations are still open. We have reserved spots available. As you can tell, it is supposed to be a 50-car grid. We were at 44, so there were open spots tonight for you guys to hop in. So if you are interested, exclamation point Discord in chat, and exclamation point. Oh, we should put SimGrid in there for you guys to be able to hop on and check out what championships we got going on. So we'll get that added on for the next stream. But yep, exclamation point Discord if you guys want to hop in and check us out. Exclamation point Box BOX for our partners at Box 3 Motorsports. Exclamation point 949 for our buddies over at 949. Really great crew, all of the guys and everybody on track here. Looking forward to an exciting race. Hope everybody is doing well. We go through a really, really long warm-up lap here. We are probably going to stay in the helicopter cam here, try to capture as much as we can. And I apologize to all those if I'm getting some names wrong, but hopefully we will get things straightened out. So if I am saying something wrong, let me know. I'm willing to adjust. I'd love to learn the correct pronunciation of the names. I know we got quite the international crew here, ranging all the way from Alaska to Finland to Australia, some Kiwis as well. Some South Americans, Puerto Ricans, Argentinians, Brazilians, and all over the United States and Canada. So really great global community we have here at Trackless Sim Racing. And very excited about it as we are getting ready to go green here, crossing the fake line. About to go fully green in a couple of seconds here. Darnell is leading the pack going into T1. How is this going to work out for him? Is he going to break away? And we're green for our first race in the M2SDAY's Reverse Grid Championship. Darnell is getting a great start. Rivera really really late braking, trying to give Darnell a challenge, but a little bit too late, goes deep, but is able to maintain his second spot as he has his teammate Marzan in third place. Going 3 wide behind. Looks relatively clean. Seems like most made it through T1. Nothing too crazy. But a couple of track cuts over here. As those of you who know, we are having quite a bit of challenge here. Looks like have an issue in the back. A couple of people falling behind, or it's just ACC's craziness. You know, lap 1 could be challenging to follow, but a bunch of 2 wides in the back. Let's hop in here and check it out. We have Kerstetter, Gonzalez, Landry, Smith, Raza, all in a pack here. As we have the couple in the front breaking away just a little bit. Most made it through the first sector. It looks like we have a couple incidents, but hopefully they're going to make it through all right. Oh, and we have a little bit of an incident here. Looks like Padberg has made himself turn himself around. Hopefully they get going again here relatively quickly. Rejoins are sometimes challenging. We have talked to the guys about that, so hopefully they can get back on track without causing too much of an issue. Let's get back to Darnell here. Now Marzan and Rivera, teammates, going toe-to-toe here. Ooh, Darnell is still up front. Really late braking. Oh my gosh, I can't get my words right. A lot going on. Rivera still ahead of Marzan, but both these guys super fast, challenging Darnellis in going towards the final sector here. Ooh, Rivera on the inside, getting a really good exit. Just a nose ahead, not quite enough to maintain that position as Darnellis comes back at him, having that inside line. Still trying to keep that overlap for P1, just a little bit off. That might be a track out, but now has the inside line, both giving each other plenty of room and respect. But that fighting brings Marzan into the play. They're gonna try and muscle Darnellis out of play here, but again, really great looking racing here. Everybody looks like they get a pretty good exit out of it. Marzan's gonna try and get a little bit of a draft, but not much error from these M2s. So wow, this is great racing from the guys up front. Rivera, really skilled driver. Marzan, great driver. Marzan actually in P2 now, had overtaken Rivera. Sorry, my timing charts had not updated, but looking like we're there now. So these guys giving Darnell's quite the challenge. Looks like a bit of a usual Red Bull situation. Max and Perez really strong arming the other guys on track. But yeah, Puerto Rican e-racing team looking really strong out there with 2 contenders trying to work together, or maybe even against each other. But looks like they're really trying to push Darnellis into an error here. All 3 of these guys, really incredible pace. But the challenge is really giving Gonzalez a little bit of room to join the battle. This push now looks like we got 3 people in here. 3 of the Puerto Rican racing team, all right around Darnell's. Darnell's better pick up some speed here, otherwise they're gonna have their way with him. Really exciting look here. So let's go back down a little bit. Who do we have? We have, wow, look at that, another tight bundle right behind, which looks like it's Smith, Landry, Kerstetter, all within half a second of each other. We know Kerstetter, historically super quick guy. Not sure how much experience he has with the M2s, but looks like he's picked up a little bit of damage after the first couple of laps. Let's go to TV2, make sure we follow him a little bit better here. But yeah, all still really close. Looks like we have great racing across the entire session. Looks like we have someone off track here at 35. Is that an issue? Marzan off track. Oh my gosh, what happened here? Big problem for Marzan, going from P2 down the ranks here all the way back. Now he's gonna wanna get going again. Looks like his car might have been turned off. Might have been a lot of damage. Kind of want to get going here while You do get the advantage at the other end if you're given that a reverse grid, but you want to pick up as many points as you possibly can. As we see 333 Reynolds way in the back, trying to pick up and make up some of that gap that he's lost. Might have been an incident earlier, but let's go back up to the top. So what was three is now two. 2-on-1 situation for Dornelles. Looks like he's built a little bit of a gap as the pressure is still there, not completely free, but what a crazy, crazy thing to see. I apologize to have missed it. Hopefully we can go back and see it in the replay and see what happened, but really unfortunate for Marzan there. Super quick guy, and unfortunately seems like he must have ran into an incident. Hopefully not with a teammate. Let's go down. Mastachero made up a bunch of places down from 18th all the way to 8th place, racing against his good old buddy Raza. These guys met in the sim racing community, and actually turns out that they live quite close to each other. I think within a half hour or so, and has flourished into a lovely relationship, wouldn't you say, V? But it's just so cool to see. So cool to see that the sim racing community bringing people together. Love to see it. Slickster, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to our first race in our M2SDAY's Reverse Grid Championship. Yeah, the girlfriend is now the third wheel. Hey, keep telling you, you gotta join the spare tire. Gotta join more of our races. You gotta be the spotlight. Hope to see you guys in the spouse swap race. Winners of the spouse swap race, Vivacious and Mastachero, did a fantastic job in the previous one. Hopefully, I'll be able to see you at the next one. She's got the talent. She's got the skills. She's got to get her on track more. So going back to track, we have Tracy and Burkhoff really close here. Burkhoff trying to give Tracy a run for his money. It's really close here. Burkhoff, incredibly talented. Has worked through some physical pains in the past. Some, I think, carpal tunnel, and not very comfortable for him to race at times, but powers through it and brings forth his incredible talent on track, and really fun to see. As you can see him closing the gap even more. Great view as we look up the front straight. Incredible hill climb at the at T1. These guys come up just ahead of him. Raza, Mastachero, Tracy, Burkhoff. Tracy looks like he's closing the gap a little bit on Mastachero. Burkhoff on Tracy. Really cool group to be keeping an eye on. Let's see. Tracy going in on the inside. Let's go in. See if he's able to get that position from Mastachero. Still pressuring Mastachero as they go into the S's. Let's hop into Tracy's car. Let's see what we can see from in here. Ooh, look at that. Really, really close. Trying to pressure Mastachero. The little practice that Mastachero has into some sort of a mistake. Not yet. Tons of experience coming. Not necessarily from this track, but experience at ACC. I remember the days when Mastachero and I were on par with each other, but those days are long gone. He's built up some incredible speed over the last season or two. Great to see as we see most of our community getting faster and faster. Love to see it. Incredible competitiveness through all of our championships. It's unreal. Unreal to see. I mean, 3-4 seasons ago, I would say most of our drivers were a second and a half slower than they are now, probably. I don't know, maybe I'm exaggerating, but I don't feel like I am. Just incredible pace that's built up in our drivers. Unreal. Oh, a little deep. Now that is a bit of a send, Mr. Tracy. Does he get the position? Yes, he does. But Burkhoff taking advantage of the situation as well. I'm sure Andres is going to want that position back. Andres going in a little bit too tight. Burkhoff maintaining position, but the winner, whether rightfully or not, that was a bit of a send in my opinion. But Tracy going in and getting that 9th place, or I should say it should probably be 8th places as the timing charts update here. So great bit of racing there. Let's go down. Padberg down the ranks, having qualified 4th. I know he's got quite a bit of pace in there, so he's going to be looking to take advantage of that pace and get ahead of I believe that is I'm Not Jimmy. I don't know who he is, but he's definitely not Jimmy, as he says. So looking to see what Padberg can do. And if he's able to keep himself right, Padberg does tend to get himself into a bunch of incidents, and encouraging the young man to find some consistency and clean racing. The pace is definitely there. Just trying to find the well-roundedness that you need to have to be a rapid position-winning race driver. 3 going into turn 1. Padberg ahead. Miller right behind. Miller, skillful racer, doesn't get a lot of practice time in ACC, given that him and the guys at Tracklicious Sim Racing run incredible iRacing Enduros, winners of the 12 Hours of Bathurst, and some incredible, and I believe Mr. Miller and Gage Gonzalez won a Laguna Seca Enduro, so congratulations to them on that. So Padberg looks like he has maintained that magnificent pace and gotten ahead of both Miller and Not Jimmy, whoever you are. Let's go into the next tight group. Show some love across the entire grid. 18 minutes left in the race. 19 minutes left in the race. Versosa, Fallon, Kosovic in a tight group here. Kosovic typically really fast, so I expect that he's going to pick up pace quite quickly here. I'm sure he's finding that pace as he gets a great exit out of the hairpin there and onto the straight. He's going to reap the benefits of that good exit for quite some time, finding the inside of Fallon as they go side by side into the hard braking zone. Excuse me. Ooh, I need a glass of water here. Sip. Kostovic getting that position, looking for 2 more. Kronotis and Versosa up next. Versosa in the Heritage BMW livery. Kronotis in the art car gets the position from Versosa. Versosa makes a bit of a mistake. Fallon, Versosa looking on the inside. A bit of a move, but is able to keep it safe. Good job there, Dan. Very good job. So, Kostovic manages to peel away from Versosa and Fallon. Let's stay with Versosa. Let's stay with Kostovic and Kronotis. Kostovic right behind the art car of Kronotis. What a lovely livery. A bit of Picasso in there. A little bit of who else do we have? I think Pollock and some others. Oh, Dolly up front from the air. And while we're infatuated with Kronotis' livery, Mr. Kostovic, 949 OG admin, makes his way through. And we got bitten. The first bite of COTA. Andres Masachero with a drive-through. We'll have to serve it. Looks like he did go in to serve it. That's very unfortunate. We do expect to see a couple more here. But let's keep going down the ranks here. So Versosa and Fallon, and Kronotis pretty tight in here. Kronotis typically has a little bit more pace, usually slightly higher up in the ranks, but looks like Versosa has found himself some pace. Wrong flag. Running the wrong flag, Mr. Versosa, but we'll excuse you. It's representing the car. We get it. Skinner in here. Very happy to see him. Took a little bit of break from. No, that's not Alex Skinner. That's a different Skinner. Well, welcome to you, Skinner, as well. Looks like he's pretty close to Holly over here. Looking on the inside, gets a great line. Holly making a mistake, going wide into T1, giving Skinner the position for P21. Great move. Great move over there. Let's go down. Let's look at Masachero coming out from the drive-through in between Provolone, Bellinger, Masachero, and my boy Blue from box 3. Let's see if my boy Blue, a hockey player in real life, a goaltender, is able to block some sends out of the net ahead of him. Go on, Blue. Ooh, let's 1 through. Beachley was already ahead. I apologize. Beachley was already ahead, but let's see if you could tend this goal with Masachero coming in from behind you. Bellinger, Provolone. We know Provolone has some pace in him. Usually Marzan right behind in 28th saw his pace up front, so I'm sure Marzan is going to be wanting to elbow his way through. But nay, Blue Mace, not through
You're
my
halfway through. Keep it up.
pads and stick. I shall hold you behind with all my might. I've personally had the pleasure, fortune, I don't know if those are the right words, but of being behind Blue and him making his car as wide as possible. Incredibly difficult to get by. So what he lacks in pace, he makes up for in heart. Come on, Blue. Ooh, a bit of a train behind Blue, so let's hop in and see what's going on here. We got Bellinger, Marzan, Provolone, little bit farther spread out than the timing charts showed a second ago, but yeah, let's see. Actually, let's try to get you guys a little bit more information here. There we go. Some deltas on here for you guys to look at. How's everybody doing tonight? Chat seems quiet. Hopefully everyone's having a good time enjoying the race as we see a bunch of people going side by side here. Ooh, that's Marzan losing it a bit, and he's going to be spinning in. Hopefully there's no one making contact. He is off the racing line, everybody. Doing the smart thing, moving backwards. Looks like he has a bit of a gap. Someone else coming through and is able to make it ambitious, and I expect that loss of place was due to some damage. Must have caught him off guard. 13 minutes left in the race. 42 cars. Excuse me, 42 cars left. Wow, what an incredible grid we have here. Let's see, let's keep going down. Cares, 29th. Going wheel to wheel with Vincent, Bellinger, Carnes making up a couple of places here. Carnes and Cares right next to each other, 29th and 30th. Let's hop in the car. Why don't we go and see what is going on in here? Mr. Carnes was eagerly anticipating my participation in the M2 so that he could generously knock me off track, but not today, Mr. Carnes. I will be in the booth or not on track at all, unfortunately, due to prior commitment. So looking like a little bit ambitious on the throttle, going a little wide. Cars ahead getting a better exit, giving them some gap. Cares over here looking pretty close to Vincent, putting some pressure on as they go into the crazy uphill of T1. Let's see, he is able to manage on the outside. Nice little exit, really close. Using the full width of the track. Great driving here. Looking on the inside, is he going to be able to, oh, pulls back. In the vortex of danger, as we call it. But smartly putting himself back, giving himself a little bit more room, trying to find some more, a smarter spot to make that move. See if he's able to get a good exit out here onto the two straights that we have coming up, and he does. Great move by Cares here. Apologize, I really hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Let's go into the helicam. Lots of cars on here. Cares in the gray and black. Vincent in the blue and white. I think Bellinger in the orange. A little bit of a touch between Bellinger and Vincent there. Is Cares going to be able to take advantage? Sneaky Spoons, welcome. Frank's your goat. Which Frank are we talking about? Let's have a look. I'm willing to go to the car of the fans. Yeah, right now. Bellinger, Cares, Carnes. Too wide. Ooh, big send by Karns right behind. Karis trying to take advantage of the battle up front. Karns finding a little bit of pace, managing to catch himself back up to Karis. Side by side. Oh, that's a tough corner. Karns going a little bit wide, losing some time. Great little battle as Charles Wolf trying to get himself into the action. Really, really exciting driving over here. Great job by the people. Very respectful. You know, for having a 44 car grid to start with, I'm very impressed by everybody's ability to maintain relatively clean laps. I know we had a couple incidents, but hey, if you can get them in Formula One, you're going to get them in relatively amateur sim racing. I mean, we do have some incredibly competitive drivers, but at the end of the day, it is racing. Things do happen, but hey, we still have 42 cars on track. Crazy battles going on as we continue to watch Karis, Vincent, and Bellinger still going at it. Karis finding that inside line. Vincent, ooh, comes back with a knock as we try to boast our safe driving. I don't know if I'm a big fan of that, to be honest. So hopefully we don't see too much more of that on track. But Karis still maintaining the spot. I'm sure we'll be coming back trying to get that spot back. Hopefully in the straights. We do have an incident on track with 614, and that is... I don't know. Oh, my boy Blue. No, Blue. He's back on track. Looks like he must have lost a couple of positions as I think he was up there by Beachley. Blue, no. That's disappointing, but hope to see you back up. So let's go back up here again. So Dornella is still leading the pack in first. 8 minutes left. Seems to have found a little bit of pace over Rivera. 1.9 seconds behind. Gonzalez 1.6 behind that. Landry getting himself up into 4th place. 3 seconds behind Smith. 5th, Raza 6th. Tracy in 7th. Burkhoff finding himself in 8th place. Padberg charging through back in 9th place. And K. Smith in 10th. Looks like Sapien here trying to give Smith a run for his money. Let's look at that bonnet cam. What do we have going on here is Mr. I believe it's Richard giving Sapien a bit of pressure. Giving Smith a bit of pressure. Smith getting a pretty good exit. Let's see if they are able to maintain this tight battle. Ooh, looks like Sapien got a much better entry into those S's. Taking up a little bit more time. A little bit of patience in this section. Very difficult. Don't forget, it's not one set of S's, but 2 set of S's. Took me a while to remember that. Now going into the straight, the first of many straights here. Ooh, a bit of a spin in the back there. So loses some time to the driver ahead. And problem for him, real problem, is that he's got Mr. Joseph Kostovich in the back. Kosti looks like he's running quite a bit of damage here, so that's unfortunate for him, but is still an insanely rapid driver. Hoping to see and make up a couple more spots. Miller taking advantage of his racecraft and pace to get himself up into 12th, but has Mr. Kerstetter right behind. Kerstetter is going to get that position. Super quick and aggressive driver. Looks like he's got himself into a good spot. Miller still maintaining that inside line in the next turn. A little bit of curb, but they are going beautifully, like a nice little dance, but Kerstetter getting the best of that complex over there. Miller going a little bit wide, a lot of bit wide. Kerstetter managing to keep P12. Miller dropping into P13. Looks like we have another follow. SI33 per service. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome all. Thank you all for sticking around. Hopefully you're enjoying the race. If you have a particular battle that you want to see, I will be happy to jump to it, because with 42 cars on track, we've got quite a bit of battling to watch. So let's look around and see. I think the Kerstetter battle here is still the closest one on track, so we're gonna keep it up here. Kerstetter trying to get himself right into the top 10 spot as he continues to battle his way farther and farther forward. Again, thank you everybody for being here. Raven, thank you so much for the raid. Hopefully most of you guys are sticking around. If there's anything you want to watch on track, let me know. I will be happy to oblige. I am here for you guys, so just let me know what you want to see. It looks like we have an incredible race yet. 5 minutes left, 4 minutes 30 seconds. Wow, what a pack at the bottom of the at the start finish straight there. Incredible grouping of cars. I do want to see this play out. Oh no, Sapien with a drive-through. Somebody else got hit, got bitten by the track limit snake that is COTA. How unfortunate. Holly, let's go and check Holly out, number 20. Holly, ooh, in a bit of a battle with Skinner here, definitely. I just want to see if Kerstetter's gonna be able to take this spot from Sapien. Looks like he's got a pretty decent run and has the inside. Looks like this is a lock for Mr. Ed Kerstetter. He's done a bunch of track walks for us on YouTube. If you guys are wanting to learn the incredible skills that comes from Ed Kerstetter, go check it out. YouTube.com/Trackalicious. And there it is. P11 for Mr. Ed Kerstetter. Let's go down. As per fan request, Holly, wheel to wheel battle with Skinner and Retro Coffin just ahead. Who is gonna be the winner here? Holly, unfortunately, getting a bit of, well, a lot of that sausage there, taking flight, hopping back into 20th position. Excuse me for 1 second. Yeah, so Holly is going to be, gets in quite a good situation where Skinner and Retro Coffin are in a bit of a battle up ahead, giving Holly the advantage to try and keep that speed. Looks on the inside of Retro Coffin, is able to go side by side. Is he going to get that position? Yes, looks like that's a lock-in for Holly. Gets ahead of Mr. Retro Coffin. Now looking at Skinner ahead. That's one move done. Are the fans going to get what they came here to see? We are rooting for you, Mr. Holly. Let's go. Oh, Skinner goes wide. That is a big mistake by Skinner. Is Holly going to be able to take advantage of it? Gets tucked right behind Skinner, trying to get as much draft as he can from what little arrow these M2s have. Is now side by side going into T1. Is he going to be able to stick that breaking point? Goes conservative. Skinner goes ahead. Aggressive move by Skinner. Smart move by Holly. Does have the pace. You're gonna get it. Let's try to stick with him for a couple more corners, see if he's able to take advantage of his consistency and the pace that he's showing out here on track. Great call, Spoons. Looking at some fantastic racing here. Let's see if we can hop in car with Mr. Holly here. I apologize. I assume most are misters because the only miss that I've known to be on track with us is Vivacious, and I know she's not in here, so looking to really nail that breaking point. Really important to get a great exit for the long straight that's up ahead. Looks like Skinner gets a really good exit there, building a bit of a gap, but a little bit of accordioning as we see between the drivers. Looking for some M. Smith action.
Leaders on final lap now.
Let's hop up. So Smith, unfortunately, Supremo, looks like is in a bit of no man's land, in a great position in 5th place. That is fantastic, especially amongst the talent that we have here. And Burkhoff getting hit with a drive-through in 7th place. How unfortunate with only 1 lap to go. Oh, wow. That is crazy. But yeah, yeah, why don't we, why don't we hop in with Smith here and let's look at some of the talent that he's going to show on the racetrack. Oh, bit of the commentator's curse there. I apologize, Mr. Smith, but see how he takes the S's. Fifth place is fantastic amongst the talent that we have up here, as we see Herstetter up in 10th place, Kosovich in 9th, Burkhoff 8th, going to be probably dropping some spots as he's in the pit. Padberg back up into 7th, Tracy 6th, Smith in 5th, Landry 4th, Gonzalez 3rd, Rivera 2nd, and Dornelas in 1st place, maintaining the fantastic race that he has driven. Amazing. Yep, thank you, Supremo. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. Thank you all for sticking around. Let's hop in here. Let's see if we can find another battle on track. We still have a couple. Oh, let's go back. Let's go back to our boy, Ollie. Retro Coffin right behind. Holly, all within a second of each other. One lap to go on the final lap of the race. Of the first race of the night, I should say. And, oh boy, are you guys in for some fantastic action in the next race, because we are going to be going reverse grid for race 2.
The leader has finished the race.
So there we go. Oh, big send. Is he going to be able to maintain? Retrocoffin. Oh no, comes back and over under. Great move by Holly. I had to do it, Retrocoffin. I understand. What a great bit of racing between these two. Fantastic. Wow, what a great bit of racing here. Couple of corners left. I don't know if Retro's got any more in him, but gonna continue to see. Yeah, fantastic driving by Holly. Really smart move. Had the patience, let Retro send it, and then come back on him. Crazy livery we have on Holly's car here. Lots of colors. Wonder Lake represent. I see that now. Coffin in his coffin. Well, Coffin is definitely nailed into P19. Holly, great race. Great job holding Coffin up there. Unfortunately, didn't have enough to get Skinner, but hey, guess what? Gonna be reversing those positions. So let's hop down. Let's see if there's anybody else left. Provolone, half a second within my boy Blue, and Reed right behind. Couple of corners. Last corner. Is Provolone going to get the run that he's looking for to get? Blue does not look like it, and that is P33 for Provolone. 34, I think it was. Milby, a.k.a. Well, Cakes, legend from 949. Sorry, I am completely out of breath here with one more race to go. So this was quite the exciting race. Wow, thank you so much to the drivers out there. Well, it looks like everybody's back in the pits. Look at that. Look at how many cards we have here. This is fantastic. Check out some of the liveries here. Got the GoPro car. Wow, that is a fantastic looking grid. Fantastic. Appreciate some of the work done here by our livery masters. Mr. Cronotis. Not sure who this is, but they did say that it is going to be a bright car.
Green
So
line. Give it all you got.
we are going to go into race 2. This is going to be a server reset, so we're going to be able to give the admins the opportunity to reset and apply the reverse grid. So we will be right back. And in the meantime, let me tell you a little bit of what we have going on. GG's indeed, Racing 223. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for joining us. We're about to hop into our race 2, the reverse grid. That's going to be exciting. But to add to that, we have a couple of really fun things coming up at Trackalicious Box 3 and 949. Look at that. That's a cool livery. Sprite. Oh, that's the other side of the Puerto Rico e-racing team. Very cool. So on Thursday, we have... Let's go into the replay. Let's hop in here. On Thursday, we have what we call our spouse swap race, which is a swap race. Does not have to be your spouse, just like alliteration, so try to pick a word that rhymes. It could be a brother, a sibling, a parent, a kid, child of yours. Basically, a pro-am race where you have the amateur starting with 10 minutes of racing at Nürburgring, followed by an IRL swap. So you're going to be swapping within your rig itself to the pro in the pits with tire change. Gonna go check out what happened to Marzan here. So 10 minutes AM, 20 minutes pro, and closing off with 10 minutes of the amateur. We've done it before. We did it with 7 people, and that was fun. We did it with 13 people, and that was fun. We now have GT3s with 20 people, pros and ams, racing at the Nürburgring this Thursday. That is going to be so much fun. I'm so excited to see what happens in that race. I'll be partaking in it with my wife. Just super, super, super exciting. Let's see what is going on here. We're going to see Marzan lose it here, unfortunately. Losing his second spot. Vernella's doing a great job of avoiding or not succumbing to the pressure from the entire... Whoa. What? Is that a steering? This hardware problem? Oh no, that looks to me like the steering wheel disconnected. Oh, that can't be. If the steering wheel disconnected, he wouldn't be able to rejoin. What is going on? The steering wheel's back. Car turns off. Here we go, turns the car back on and keeps going. What happened? Wow, that's crazy. I'm not sure what was going on there, but that's nuts. I assume that is Holly. Jay Hall, I assume that is you. You put on a fantastic race. We were watching you towards the end, and that was amazing. What is the relationship, if I may ask, between the fans and our lovely contender, Jay Holly over here? Let's go back and look at that. That was exciting. That's great. Yep. Spare services. We have a lot of M2 fans in our community, and since we had a lot of fans in the community of the lovely M2, uh, one of our admins wanted to put a race together. Holly, we see you getting some air there. A little bit too sharp into that corner, but I know there's some fun stuff coming up. I think it was a little bit farther ahead in the race towards the last lap. Did a great job as he had that pressure from Retro Coffin. Let's watch that again. As we have a little bit of time while our admins churning through the ones and zeros to process our reverse grid standings. Coffin going looking on the inside. There's that send. Holly being smart. Going wide, and look at that. What a great move. Good job. I want to thank everyone again for sticking around. We have another race coming up, and boy, if you had a good time on the first one, just wait until you get to the next one. It is going to be reverse grid. Super excited to see that for sure. Here we go. Great racing there. Let's see what is going on a little bit farther up in the race here early on. Tracy and Mastachero with Burkhoff behind. We were watching that battle a little bit. Great driving by all the guys. Look at that move. Burkhoff on the outside. Tracy maintaining that strong position on the inside. Great driving. And we will leave this running. I am going to take a quick break here and go have a sip of water, and we'll be right back.
right, we are back. Let's see if we can get back into the server and watch the excitement of the reverse grid. Let's get in here. Why are we not typing here? All right, 2 minutes and 55 seconds. Let's see if the magic worked. Hello, Mr. Whelpcakes. Thanks for joining. Hopefully your race 1 went relatively okay. All right, so let's see what we got going on here. So, looks like we do have a reverse grid. That is fan-freaking-tastic. Oh my gosh, I am so excited about this. I just want to send a big shout out to our incredible admin team for facilitating this magic that is reverse grid format racing. Incredible. I don't know if any of the other communities do it, but this is going to be so much fun. Oh, man. Oh, Marzan up here. Ooh, he's in a pretty decent spot to take that top position. But wow. Are you guys
Ready for the first reverse grid that I've personally seen in ACC? Let's get our stuff connected here. Unfortunately, Mr. Lackney in first place from a disconnect in the previous race. Vega, Colin, Landry.
Actually, why don't we fly through here? Do the quick little flight here. Let's see if we can make it in 1 minute. So we have Lackney, Vega, Colin, Landry, Katina, Snyder, Milwy, Reed, Provolone, my boy Blue, Carnes, Falker, Wolf, Granizzo, Vincent, Bellinger, Marzan, Beachley, Cairns, Sapien, Chronotis in 21st with number 42. Where are we? Somewhere over here. Chronotis with the art car. Going down to Mastachero, Retrocoffin, Holly. Fun race from him. Versosa, Fallon, Burkhoff. I'm not Jimmy. Still don't know who you are, but you are not Jimmy. Raza, 29th.
Who else do we have?
40 cars on this grid still. Raza, Miller, Smith, Kerstetter, Kostovich, Padberg, Tracy, Smith, Landry, Gonzalez, Rivera, and at the end, Darnellas winning race 1 of the M2SDAY Championship. What an incredible race this is going to be. We have 30 minutes of reverse grid. Let's fly to the front and see these people lift off for our next and very exciting race. Oop, that you can't park there. Let's watch this grid go through. Thank you all for sticking around, because if you had fun in the first race, boy, are you going to have fun in this next one. It's going to be fantastic. Well, good luck, Mr. Milwy. Best of luck to you. What an incredible grid. Thank you again so much, admin team, for all the hard work you put in here. Special thanks to Jarek Snyder for doing some of the magic that it takes to make this stuff possible for us. Fantastic work. There you have it. 40 odd
Cars back on the grid.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And the lovely COTA. I have to say, I've been hearing a lot of complaints about COTA. Definitely a lot of complexity. It's not something I'm very good at, or a track I'm very good at, but I do love it. I think it's really fun. You get all kinds of corners. It's been really exciting to race here. Yet another track for yours truly to suck at. But hey, I think it's provided some incredible racing for us here in the M2s, and I'm just excited to see this go to this reverse grid. It's going to be really fun for us to watch. So look at that view, amazing. I believe this is going to be a sunset race too, so we're going to get some epic scenery here as we go through the second sector of the Circuit of the Americas. Fantastic racetrack just outside of Austin, Texas. Whoa. I am going to take a breather here for the next couple of seconds, and then we'll get right back on it. Unfortunately, we have a couple of
People left in the pits forgetting to press that drive button. Might be a big 5-head move. 50. Who's in there? Who is trying to? Oh, Mr. Milwee. Ah, I see what you're trying to do here. Trying to avoid some of the shenanigans. Might be smart. Might be the right thing to do. You know, I wonder what is the best way to capture things over here. I am tempted to jump into T1 and see if we can just stay in T1 and see what happens there. How about that? Why don't we do that? Let's jump into T1. We're about to go green. Let's fly over here and see if we can see what action happens here. I don't know if we're going to be able to follow a lot of the cars per se, but we'll be able to catch a good bunch of action this way. So let's try this out and see how it works out. We do have Mr. Lackney, aka Spool for those Trackalicious old timers in P1. Just about to go green, couple of seconds left. He's got Vega and Cole. And we have green. Look at that grid. Fantastic. Everybody looks like they got a start. Lots of scrambling around. Going into T1, Lackney taking a wide entry. Looking pretty good for most. Everybody making it through. A little bit of contact up front. A little bit of someone spinning around. That's really unfortunate. Whoever that was, that might be Coffin. Unfortunate. Hope that's hope that's I mean, it's terrible to see. I'm sorry. I'm tripping on my words here because I'm so disappointed to see things like that. But ultimately, you have 50 cars going into the grid, and it just happened. So our timing charts are all over the place trying to figure out what is going on. But let's get into the broadcast mode here and see who we have. It might have been Cares over there. So we have Smith up front making lots of positions. I think Smith ended up 5th. How has he gone from 5th place all the way to 4th? That is, 30 odd whatever position he was coming into. Oh no, that is not us. Well, a little bit more contact back there. And some more yet. Hoping these guys give each other a little bit more room. Colin getting off to a great start, giving himself a little bit of gap to Lackney. Let's go back down here to see what's going on. Our ACC timing chart still having a tough time catching up with what's going on, but we have Snyder side by side with Landry. Oh, big send! That is not really a good place to do. Whoever that was, that looked like not maybe a disconnect or something. Number 9. Karn's getting sent out. Another car over there, whoever that was. Yeah, that really looked like a disconnect. I'm not sure who that was, but that is very unfortunate. Landry up into 6th place. Getting challenged by Katina. 127. Again, hoping these timing charts have managed to catch up. No, that's 222. That's Reed in the Sprite car. So let's have a look. Who do we have? So we have, let's go back, check out the leaderboard. Cullen, Lacani, Provolone, Snyder, Landry, Reed, Katina, Granizo. I apologize, I'm probably butchering that name. Marzan up into 9th place, looking to make up some places. Let's hop on board with Marzan. Seeing the incredible pace from him. Sure, he's going to be looking to overtake a couple more cars. Look at that, just crazy list of cars going through sector 1. That train, as the faster guys now being behind, having to be smart, calculated, cautious about their moves, ensuring that they leave themselves enough room. I think that was Skinner. That must have been Skinner. The red and yellow car. Looks like that was a disconnect messaging Discord. Apologize for those that got affected by that. Yeah, it looked like there was a big disconnect for Skinner there. Very unfortunate, as we see a big pack of cars back there. Marzan still trying to find his way past. Who is that? Granizzo. Maybe that's a little bit better if that's an Italian name. Trying to find his way into that 9th position. Oh, someone missing their braking point over there. I see Snyder right back there, I think, or Masachero behind, Katina behind, Bellinger in the orange car. Let's hop onto Bellinger. Let's see what's going on there. Yeah, Padberg making his way through up into 12th place. Oh, Padberg. Padberg. That is no bueno. That was never going to happen, Padberg. Gotta be smarter about that. Unfortunate for Mr. Andres, dropping a couple of places, but he does have quite a bit of pace, and I'm sure he's been learning as they go through the previous race and a couple of the first laps here. So Marzan made his way up into 5th position. Really big pack here. Let's hop into helicopter mode, and it's a bit too close. I would have preferred that to be a little bit farther away. Let's go into TV2 here. Sorry about all the camera changes, but we have Bellinger, Padberg, Raza, Blue, Darnellas up into 12th place already. Incredible. Trying to overtake Katina over here. Tracy, let's stick with Darnellas. Watch a bunch of the moves he's gonna make here. Look at that crazy speed he carries through the corners. Looking at Padberg coming up next. See if there's gonna be a clean pass there. On the inside, looks like Darnellas gets quite the exit. 3 wide. Oh no, that's really unfortunate for Darnellas. Off the track now. That is a very risky situation to have been in. I don't know who that was on the inside. Might have been Blue. Padberg on the outside. That was a risky one, unfortunately for Darnellas. Falling behind, but again, fantastic pace from this driver. Hopefully he's going to make that back up. You know, there comes a certain amount of risk going reverse grid, and I think that's something that drivers are going to have to learn, is that it's not like you're driving and going to be passing people of the same skill level and pace as you. With a 40 car grid, we have quite the bit of skill variance. Sorry, of nearly a 50 car grid, quite a bit of skill variance. So something that has to be kept in mind. Now, that particular incident was optimistic at best, going 3 wide in the middle of multiple cars there, not knowing, not having the history with who you're driving against. So unfortunately, it didn't quite work out for Darnellas, but another couple of cars spun around. Be careful about the rejoin, guys. Okay, thank you being smart about it, but we do have another mistake there as Darnellas continues trying to make his way through. Hernotis and Kerstetter going really wide, taking the scenic route in the penultimate corner there as he makes his way onto the final corner, trying to gain a couple more places up into 11th already. That is fantastic. Let's see how it's going. Yeah, this pack here is pretty tight. Let's stick with them. Let's watch and see what Masachero and Kerstetter have to say about their positions. Masachero, I'm sure, is going to be eager to make up a couple more places, given his unfortunate contact from Padberg. Minutes left in the race. Our first M2SDAY's reverse grid race here at Tracklicious Sim Racing. What a fantastic event it's been so far. Race 1, incredible 40 car grid. We see Colin giving himself quite a bit of gap. What a lead by W. Colin. 6.2 seconds, over 6 seconds ahead of more than that, 12 seconds ahead of the rest of the grid. Doing a fantastic job up there. Oh no, some more contact. I think that is Holly, if I recognize that livery over there. Sorry to all the Holly fans back there. It looks like there was some contact back there. Wow, that is unfortunate. But again, something these drivers are going to have to learn is that you are making your way through a reverse grid. You're going to have to give yourself a little bit more luxury for room, a little bit more room to each other. As we see the 3 blue and yellow cars coming through here. I believe one of them is I'm Not Jimmy, potentially. Darnella's up front. Excuse me. And we have the Meow Cat M2 right behind with Beachley over there. Trying to use his newfound speed. That is unfortunate. Suburban Dad. Very unfortunate indeed. But yeah, again, I don't know if I would go as far as saying that it's intentionally dirty. I think it's something that these drivers are going to have to learn. I don't know if anyone has experienced reverse grid racing. I know it's something we consistently talk about in motorsports, especially in sim racing. A lot of discussion about reverse grid, but this is the first time I've personally seen it happen in a Assetto Corsa Competizione. And it's difficult. You know, you're out of position, you have a lot of pace, and you have slow people ahead of you, or typically slower people ahead of you. And most of these people are probably way faster than I am, but yeah, it's a challenge, and it's something that they're going to have to learn to deal with through this championship. To err on the side of caution, because, you know, as they say, to finish first, you must first finish. And that is a challenge that's going to come up quite consistently as we reverse these grids through the remainder of the sessions. 18 minutes and 45 seconds left in the race. Tons and tons of cars on track. Still, let's go down. Let's go look at our very own partner legend, Philip Milby, aka Whelpcakes, down in 32nd position, battling with a whole bunch of cars around. Mr. Milby, I believe, is in the red, white, and black 950. As you can see, the red tail end here. What a pack of cars here, all battling to try and gain positions, maintain the level of intellect required on track, gentlemen, to try and make your way through this pack. I know you have it in you. Let's see what happens up ahead. Lots and lots of cars going through. This is really exciting. Excuse me. Versosa up ahead. Kostovich as well. Looks like there's quite a bit of damage on Kosti, unfortunately, in the 494 M2 there. Still looks like he's got some incredible pace, and hopefully doesn't get more contact. But Kosti keeping it clean on the inside. They're getting a decent exit, trying to make up a couple more positions as Fallon goes wide. Kosti tucking in on the inside, gaining yet another position. Who do we have ahead? Let's follow Kosti here for a little bit. Nope, Fallon up ahead. Looks like Kosti's looking for a move up here. Really nice exit. Fallon going onto the sausages might slow him down a little bit. Kosti tucking in to try and get a little bit of pull down the straights with his damaged car. I'm sure he's going to need every millimeter or every inch, being we're in COTA, and he sends it on the inside. Great move by Kosti, and he will maintain that position. Let's go up to Miller. Raza. All coming through. Look at that. That is incredible looking. So Miller in the in the 17. Raza up ahead. Managed his way through. Felker right ahead of Miller in the 484. Follow cam here. 494 right behind. Kosti showing incredible pace, trying to make his way through. Miller looking at Felker, trying to get as much advantage as he can. A little straight, a little bit of wiggle for Miller. That's not going to be beneficial. Looking to see if there's any opportunity there. Not quite yet, but if he gets a good exit out of this little corner here, he might have the opportunity at the end of the straight. Oh no, there's more contact back there. Looks like we have two cars turned around. Not sure who those were, but it's very unfortunate. Nobody said it was going to be easy. It was fun for some. Not so fun for others, unfortunately. But yeah, this is what you get. This is what you get in reverse grid. You're going to have to smarten up. You're really good to try and make it all the way to the end. You see Joseph Kosovich in the 494 making his way through. Miller trying to take advantage of the compromised position Felker has.
We are at the halfway mark.
Not
Still
quite
a way to
yet,
go.
and that is 15 minutes through a 30-minute race. We have 15 minutes to go. Oh, that's unfortunate contact by Miller. A little bit ambitious, but looks like pulls back a little bit to let Felker go. And someone else trying to take advantage of that. That is Fallon coming through. Versosa coming through. Not quite, but definitely taking advantage of the situation as they head through the final corner. Felker's still up ahead. Fallon right behind. Miller behind that. Let's hop in and see what's going on here. Padberg, Kostovich, both incredibly rapid guys. I'm not sure if that's Kerstetter already through or not, but let's hop down a little bit farther here. So Provolone looks like he's closed up the gap from 12 seconds down to 5 seconds to Cohen up ahead. Marzan, 7 seconds behind. That's quite a bit of gap to close up, but some really rapid guys out there. Really, really rapid. Let's see if they're able to close it up. Padberg and Kerstetter within a second of each other. Then just behind, we have Snyder, Masachero, Rivera, and Gonzalez. Ooh, right back there. Let's have a look at the Rivera, Mastachero battle happening here. Both really quick drivers. Mastachero with a little bit less practice. Oh, there we see it. Makes the mistake and loses 2 spots. The Puerto Rican esports team. Rivera up ahead. Gage trying to take advantage of the challenge that Rivera had. Mr. Gage Gonzalez, the challenge that Rivera had up ahead. Now they are up into 10th and 11th. Actually, it's probably 9th and 10th with Snyder just up ahead. Little bit of braking there from Mr. Gonzalez, making sure he doesn't run into his teammate as they rapidly approach Jarek Snyder. Great exit from these guys. Snyder trying to break the toe. Is it going to be enough? Rivera really close, trying to get as much advantage as he can from, again, what little arrow that these M2s have going wide. Snyder having the compromised defensive line. Rivera getting a decent exit. Could have been better, but that's an easy overtake for him. Gage also looking to take advantage. Mastachero trying to take advantage of that. That's going to be a bit of a battle for Mastachero and Snyder right back there. Let's have a look at what's going on there. Mastachero is able to make it through, but that is a cut. Slows down to make sure he doesn't get the cut warning. Landry back there, 88 with the drive-through. COTA fighting yet again. And still have 11 minutes left in the race. Gage and Rivera blasting their way through the grid all the way up to 9th and 10th as their teammate Marzan now up into 3rd. Big gap between 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Colin taking advantage of the position that he had at the start of the race. Let's go back and have a look at the 2 Smiths. M. Smith, K. Smith in 18th and 19th. Not sure if there's a relationship there. Both running different color cars. So not quite sure, but looks like I'm Not Jimmy and K. Smith are on a team and M. Smith is on a different team. Raza lurking in the background. Sure will be trying to take advantage of any battling that these two will have up there. Or these three, I should say, as I'm Not Jimmy and the Smiths are very close to each other as slowly but surely Raza finds tenths and tenths, closing the gap to the people ahead. And there we see it. Was cautious, smart, applying the brake a little bit to ensure he doesn't run into the back of M. Smith. Fantastic bit of driving by all of these drivers. A. Smith going defensive. M. Smith getting a really good run now on the inside going into the final corner again. And he locks that position down. Is he going to go wide? Nope, that is smart. Raza looking on the inside does get a really good exit. Is going to be challenging, I believe, K. Smith for the position. Still has the inside with a little bit of overlap. Does manage to stick it on the inside. Is that enough? Yes, he is going to maintain that position as he gets a good exit into turn 2. And there you have it. M. Smith at 17th. K. Smith down to 19th now as Raza sneaks his way through into 18th as we wait for the timing charts to update. There we go. And Kostovic right behind, I'm sure, going to be trying to make his way through. Let's drop down to Holly. Fan favorite here. Incredible race in race 1. Looks like he's carrying a bit of damage. It's going to be tough to make through and keep the pace, but doing a pretty decent job. Oh, a little bit of a slide there. I'm sure that's coming from the damage that he's carrying on that car. Another drive-through. Felker. Hope Landry does serve that penalty. Do not serve your drive-through penalty. You get more penalties, and I think you actually get disqualified. So better serve that soon, Mr. Landry. So we have in this train up ahead, I'm Not Jimmy in the blue and yellow M2, followed by M. Smith, Raza, K. Smith, Kostovich, all looking to gain spots. We see Katina just up ahead. I'm Not Jimmy. A lot of pressure from M. Smith right behind. Again, Raza just lurking, patiently waiting for these two to battle it out and for him to be able to take advantage of both cars as opposed to just one. Hey, Yogi. Welcome. You are joining us for the second race of the M2 reverse grid. Lemon Lids, welcome back. Excuse me, I'm going to take a sip of water here. We have seen some incredible racing from everybody, and some not so incredible racing from everybody. But it's tough. First race, reverse grid. We see Kostovich on the inside of I think that's K. Smith. Or maybe that's Fallon. K. Smith's just up ahead. Kostovich, incredible driver, trying to make up a couple more spots from this reverse grid race. Now up to 18th. That was K. Smith. I'm Not Jimmy, just ahead. Still, no idea who he is, but he's not Jimmy. Kostovich trying to make up what he can with that much damage being carried in this car. Lots of talent behind that steering wheel for sure. I've been subject to it multiple times. See 3 wide here. Raza, M. Smith up ahead. There's that Kernotis as well in the art car. We forgot to mention the legendary Bob Ross on the left side of that car as we just drive by. Raza trying to make a move on Kernotis, has the inside, late braking for Raza, still on the inside, narrowly misses Smith, but that is probably the perfect spot to brake, as you can see from the incredible gap that he built up just from one corner. Now still pressuring Smith as he keeps going. This is an incredibly tight battle here between Raza and Smith. Smith paving the way for Raza just to take advantage of the fruits of Smith's labor. We saw really good work from Smith in the last race in 5th place, making him all the way down into the 30s in our reverse grid. Now all the way back up to 13th. Incredible performance. Let's go back up. Let's see what we have up here. Rivera and Gonzalez still right next to each other. Teammates trying to make their way up. We have Padberg and Kerstetter just up ahead within a second of each other, but looks like Kerstetter's trying to put a little bit of gap between them. It's going to be interesting towards the end of the race as we have probably 2 or 3 laps remaining. Provolone and Marzan. That is going to be quite the challenge. Marzan, incredible speed, trying to make up into that 2nd place position. Still quite a bit of gap to Colin. About 6 seconds down from 12 previously, but relatively comfortable lead if he's able to maintain this pace. Only 2 laps, just calm, keep going. You got it. Provolone showing his natural talent on the racetrack. It's going to be quite the challenge for him to keep Marzan right behind as he makes it. That is definitely the commentator's curse. I apologize, Jason. That is I'll stop talking. Let's go watch someone else. Let's not do any more of that. Come on, you got this. 2 more laps. Oh, Jay Tracy, I'm sorry. Oh, that sucks. Well, you had a really good first race. We watched a bit of your driving there. Incredible pace. Sorry you had to miss the second one, but understand real life takes priority. As one with two kids and a pregnant wife, I can very uh can relate. I can relate. Can really relate. Very relate to real life things coming in the way of our passion of sim racing. That's why we try to include our responsibilities with our hobby, like trying to get my wife to join our spouse swap race coming this Thursday. Very excited for it. Yeah, this is incredible. Jason a little bit wide again, really giving Marzan a lot of opportunity to make up some room. Lots of speed carried there by Marzan. Jason going defensive a little bit. They go through another section of S's here. Only probably one more lap left after this one. Is he going to be able to keep Marzan behind? There's a big mistake in the previous lap. Unfortunate one for Mr. Provolone. The Cheesemeister. Yeah, hopefully we see a great battle from these guys up ahead. We do have a couple more down the track that we might hop down into. Ooh, a little bit wide for Marzan there. Giving Provolone a bit of breathing room as they race down the straight here. Not too much to be comfortable. Still within a second. Really needing to nail this spot here. Ooh, that is a bit wide. I think that's the same spot he went wide in the last lap. Fortunate for Mr. Provolone, going extremely defensive. Marzan keeping that outside line. Provolone, you really have a lot of advantage being on the inside there, but Marzan going wide, really trying to get a good run out of here. He does get a great line. Provolone going wide. Marzan getting a great run out of that corner as they go into the S's in the final sector. Marzan, a lot of pace coming through. Provolone having the huge advantage of having the inside line, keeping Marzan behind. What great racing by these two. Provolone keeping up. Oh, that's a bit of a mistake. Marzan now having the inside line.
Leader is on the final lap.
Final lap. Lots of room by Provolone. Marzan does get the run. Side by side, Marzan a bit ahead now. That might be the nail in the coffin for Mr. Provolone as he tucks in and tries to get a little bit of a speed advantage, but let's see if they're able to maintain. Marzan going defensive. Provolone really needs to get a good run out of this. He does! Marzan going wide onto the sausages. Provolone not quite up ahead, but too wide going into the S's. What incredible racing by these two. This is going to be a difficult one for both. Inside, outside, inside. Marzan going to have the final advantage of having the inside line here. They going to the next set of corners. Provolone still trying to keep it there, and he now has the inside, and then Marzan has the inside. Oh, this is why I love this track. What incredible racing opportunity it provides us. Provolone tucking in behind. Marzan having quite a bit of pace. Really needs to nail this apex. Marzan going a bit defensive. Both really carrying great speed. But might be a little bit more for Marzan. And this battle between the two has really closed up the gap for Kerstetter to potentially catch up and take an advantage. But 5 seconds is a very tall ask. Let's go back here. Dornelis catching up to the Puerto Rican e-racing team, esports team, e-racing team. I'm sorry, guys. I should remember that, but these guys battling has really given Dornelis an opportunity to catch up. Incredible pace from Dornelis. Is he? Whoa! What a flight! That's what happens. That is an incredibly difficult corner to hit the apex on. But when they say hit the apex, I don't think that's what they mean. This gives a little bit of breathing room for the Puerto Ricans up front. Um, and is it going to be enough? Maybe. It is the final lap in the last sector. Snyder and Mastachero, so many battles going on. We'll try to catch what we can with the limited capability we have here. But there we go. Colin. Easy peasy race for Mr. Colin here. Provolone, Marzan. Oh no, there was a bit of contact. He's trying to be respectful and give him the spot. Oh, that is so unfortunate. Provolone trying to be nice, giving Marzan the spot back, and he does do so. That is lots of positions lost from that mistake. Provolone trying to go. It's unfortunate contact there. Knowing Provolone, sure he didn't mean to break really late, but really good racing from those two. Really fun to watch. And Snyder and Masachero going through. Let's see if we have any more close battles. Smith and Fallon back here. Let's see. Versosa and Sapien on the same team. Bit of a switcheroo there as big braking. Ooh. 263 of Sapien going a little bit wide, making sure he does not contact his teammate. And that is 22 and 23 for those guys. My boy Blue. Oh no, Blue. We saw that. We saw that. That is no bueno. There is a lot of damage on these cars. Lots and lots of damage on these cars. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That is the first night of M2SDAY's Reverse Grid Championship from Tracklicious Sim Racing with 949 and Box 3. Incredible bunch of communities. Really great partners from 949 and Box. Great bunch of people. A whole bunch of drivers in here from those communities. Very exciting watching all these drivers on track. Let's hop in and watch a couple of the replays, and hopefully we can get some of the drivers up in here. Let's see if we can ping them. Hoping we can get some of the drivers in here. Who did we have? We had, let's see. Dornelas Rivera Gonzalez from the previous race. And then, who do we have finishing here? Colin Marzan Provolone. Mr. Colin, welcome. You had quite the race too. So where did you end up in race 1? Let's start there. Hey, sorry, can you hear me? Okay, so I think I need to add you on Discord as well. So give me 1 second here so we can get our streamers listening in on you as well. So grab this. Source. Find you, chat. All right, let's see if the streamers can hear you. Why don't you give us a little bit of audio? I think that is coming through. Mr. Cullen, fantastic race 2. Why don't we start with, where did you end up in race 1? Oh, that is. Did you have a drive-through? Is that why you ended up in the pit, or was that just damage related? That's unfortunate. But that being said, I mean that provided you the opportunity to really take advantage of our reverse grid format in race 2. How did you like that format? I mean, it clearly worked in your benefit. Yeah, I mean, it's I think well, so you're gonna start in first in the next race, right? So considering that you ended up in first in this race, you're gonna start in first in the next race, and you're gonna have your work cut out for you because the fast boys who were making their way through, well, the other fast boys who were making their way through the grid are going to be hunting for that P1 position, and they're up in P3, 4, 5, somewhere over there, and they're going to be coming in hard for it. So I think it's going to be a really exciting race for you. But I mean, you had an easy breezy race too on this one. Fantastic pace, and it seemed like people weren't just unable to close that gap on you. So great job. Getting some comments here. I just want to quickly take a second to thank Nutcracks for the follow. And who else do we have? Boring Suburban Dad, thank you for the follow. Jay Hall, great race, thank you for the follow. And the sub, thank you so much, amazing. As we have Gage Gonzalez, Ricardo Rivera, and Patty Padberg join us. Let's start with the Puerto Rican esports team. Is it esports or e-racing? E-racing team. So, team, we saw quite a bit of action. You guys had incredible pace, but not only compared to the others, but also compared to each other. You guys were pretty much right next to each other the entire race. How was that? Oh, both races actually, right? Both races, you guys were right by each other. Oh, I mean, you could keep going, Gage. I know Rivera's quite quick to dish the criticism. I think it's time for him to receive some of it as well. Yeah, it's not so easy when you're in it, Mr. Ricardo, is it? uh,
I want just to race the to finish the race and secure the podium than bargaining to lost the because of a drive through.
and I had my other mic on mute again. Sorry. So just to catch the stream up, I was just saying that as much excitement as I try to bring to the stream, I don't know how to turn mics on and off, and I'm a terrible streamer. I do apologize about that. Thank you, Nut, for bringing that to my attention. Uh, Mr. Cohen had a very comfortable race too, and we are just catching up on Mr. Rivera's shortcomings, let's say, on track by his teammate Gage Gonzalez. But Ricardo, sorry, you were saying about your fantastic race 1 and 2.
Third, I was saying that on the second race we were like at the end to we were open to fight each other, Gage and me, for the position. But at the end of the last lap, the guy behind us who was the guy that won the first race was catching on us really quick. So we stopped being a little we
Yeah.
how say it,
Uh,
stop being less aggressive.
so
Just
so
to
uh, so what you're saying is Mattia Binotto came on the line and said, "You are no longer fighting. Maintain
yep.
position for the championship." Is that what you're saying?
Maybe not like that, but yeah.
Because I mean, Dornelles was rapid and was taking
Yes.
quite a bit of advantage of of the situation there. But I want to show. I'm not sure if you guys have the stream up, but there was a situation where Mr. Dornelles had quite a bit of air off one of the sausage trees.
Yes.
So let's see if we can catch that on stream. That was it was fantastic seeing you guys on there as we resume the replay here. But he was making quite good work of that gap there and chomping up the tents every corner. But as you guys said, I think you guys smartened up a little bit and decided not to fight anymore. And while Gage clearly had superior talent, superior skill, superior vision, superior control. Well, am I missing anything, Gage?
I
Yeah.
I agree with all that.
Yeah.
So just inferior position, but great defensive work from Ricardo. I joke, Avi. I joke. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. But great racing by both of you. And yeah, smart to kind of maintain position and make sure that Dornelles doesn't come and grab both those positions from you guys. So congratulations on that. So yeah, net overall, I think you guys had well, your team definitely had an incredible amount of points as we see Dornelles just fly off of the curb on the apex there. Great job to you guys. We have Mr. Padberg in here.
Hello.
Mr. Padberg, we had both the pleasure and displeasure of watching your race today.
Yeah, it was messy, but I would say that it's just I got caught up in some accidents that I didn't want to, but it's just racing in general. But it's definitely some part of me that needs to be toned down a little bit. My inner Max happen.
I don't know. I feel like a broken record now hearing that again. But you did have some incredible pace. I know you put a lot of practice in. It was very clear. But we do need to work on a little bit of your racecraft there.
Not enough.
Racecraft there. We did see you turn poor Andres Mastachero around by sending it on the inside. And the vortex of danger, I think we need to link you to that YouTube video again and make you take a test on it next time. But all that being said, I think you had some incredible pace out there. I know, I think, were you ahead or behind Kerstetter at the end?
I was behind him, so I was trying to catch him. Initially I was actually in front of him, but going into the last corner around a couple laps to go, I actually had spun the car, put it in reverse, so I had spun and lost tons of time. But you know, it's an incident. But if it wasn't for that, I possibly could have taken second. But it's racing, so things happen.
Yeah, they do happen, and that's unfortunate. And I'm sure you're going to be able to make up for it in the next race. But overall, great points haul for you. You managed to get great positions off both races, so congratulations to you. How did you guys like the reverse grid? We're getting some so comments from chat. Mr. Nuts giving us quite a bit of commentary here.
Yeah, I think I started P34, so I was recording it the entire time, so it should be interesting to watch back.
Yeah,
Gonzalez, Rivera, how was that for you guys?
I was facing the wrong direction 2 times in the first lap. It was hilarious and awesome. I love it.
I mean, it was really exciting to watch you guys make your way through the field. As we have yet another follow and some bits being thrown our way. Thank you guys, Sneaky Spoons, thank you Sleepy. Thanks for everyone who's still here. Yeah, we're really having fun. Well, some fun watching you guys make your way through the field, and some not so much fun watching people really learn the intricacies of being in a reverse grid format. You know, like there's a lot of pace variation that you have to deal with now that you're not just fighting your regular fast guys, right? Or a little bit slower guys. Not as slow as me, but slower. So, how did you find yourselves? What did you have to do differently to make your way through the
I
Well,
think
okay.
patience was key.
field? Patience
Yeah.
is key.
Yeah, even though for me it didn't look like I had any, I definitely was a lot more patient than I would have in a normal race.
It's good to hear. Good to hear. Well, I think that is everything from me. Gentlemen, if you want to add anything else, Gage will go to you first.
I'm excited for the next race.
Glad to hear it.
That
Mr.
it.
Padberg.
Um, Sadly I won't be making the next race, but I will be making an appearance in Watkins Glen, so that'll be fun.
Fantastic. I haven't looked at the schedule, so I'm assuming Indy is next week.
Yeah, that was my favorite one as well, so sad to miss that, but I'll be back.
That's all right. We'll be looking forward to having you in the next one. Mr. Blocky Rivera.
Okay. Well, I'm excited for the next one to also block my teammate for the entire race.
I don't think you're gonna have a chance to because I think Gage is gonna be ahead of you.
But now that the format is really fun, and
Multi 21.
this
Multi 21, Ricardo. Multi 21.
these cars are fun, and the format was great.
I'm
Because
really glad to hear that. All right, gentlemen, thank you so much. And again, thank you so much for all the drivers, all the viewers, and the admin team that made this possible. I mean, this is so much fun to watch. I had a great time commentating. I hope everybody on the stream had a good time watching. Um, and everyone on track who put on a fantastic show. With that, I am going to just take a second and remind you all that we do have the swap race coming up this Thursday. If you haven't already registered, I know we have some of our people in the chat here who are going to be joining with their significant others or friends or other forms of amateurs, and we're gonna have a great time. It's a no points race. Every position gets 1,000 points, and we're just out there to have some fun and watch some incredible and newbie racing. So that's this Thursday. And then we have the fantastic 6 hours of Zandvoort with 949 and Box 3 coming up this Saturday, starting at noon Eastern. That is going to be an incredible race as well. We have some great talent, and going to be really looking forward to that. With that, I'm going to close off the stream with another thank you to everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. And look forward to seeing you on our stream next time. Have yourselves a great evening, night, day, wherever you are, morning. Thank you all from Tracklicious Sim Racing. Goodbye.